When it comes to action cameras, you're spoilt for choice at the moment. You've of course got the GoPro 10, which is probably one of the most well-known action cameras on the market, and by all means, it's an amazing camera. But don't write off Insta360. They are coming out with some amazing modular cameras at the moment. The new RS has been released. But my personal favourite at this point in time, and probably the one I'd recommend to most people, is the Insta360 GO. This little camera is packed full of features, and although it only records in 1440p, I think the picture quality more than rivals the GoPro 10. So in this video, we're going to compare these two cameras. Now, we're not going to come out to ultimate decision at the end of this video. The decision is yours. Let me know in the comments down below at the end of the video what you think about these two cameras, what the footage looks like, the stabilization and the audio. We're going to test those three elements primarily, but we'll talk about other things both of these cameras have. So let's do this. Let's get out and about and test out these two amazing cameras. Okay, here we are, another video, another field. We're out testing these two amazing cameras. For the moment, I'm not going to tell you which one is which. We are using the GoPro 10 and we are using the Insta360 GO 2. I've got a favourite out of these cameras, but I'm not going to tell you until the end of the video. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible. I love both cameras. I use each of these for different situations. I think one is better than the other for certain situations, but I think they're both really great cameras. Really do like them, and I think they look fantastic. I'm using an external audio source. I'm using the wireless Joby microphone for the GoPro, and then I'm just using the inbuilt microphone on the Insta360 GO 2. We'll test the audio in just a second. Now, there's a few things that I look for when I'm testing action cameras. A few things that I look for in the quality. One is picture quality. What does it look like? It's really important. Not as important as audio, although there might be a little bit of a disadvantage today with the Insta360 because it's a bit windy up where I am. When we do the audio test, I'll try and go down a little bit lower or out of the wind a little bit so you can test the audio. So we've got picture quality, we've got audio, and then for me, next is stabilization. That is just definitely top three. Really important to have because you don't want jiggly, unstable footage. So what do you think? Which camera do you think is which? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll give you a few seconds and I'll let you know which one is which, and I'll put it on the screen to let you know. I still think they look very good. The sun is behind me that way, so I'm trying to this way. It's the sun behind me, so we're like that. Okay, so the GoPro is there and the Insta360 GO 2 is there, so I'll put it on the screen which one is which. Hopefully I'll do it the right way around in editing. Just think these are really good. Okay, so we know how good the GoPro 10 is. We've been doing this, it's been out for a while now. The GO 2 has been out for about a year now as well, but just recently got my hands on it. I'm really impressed with this camera. I really like the GO. Really like the GO. I did do another video, like initial review on that. I'll link it above if you want to check that out. Everybody knows about the GoPro. You know what it's about and what it sounds like and what it can do. I've got the new Volta coming. It should be here Monday, so we're going to test that out to see if that helps with like a GoPro setup. We'll make some kind of custom vlogging setup with a light and a good microphone and everything, so stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. The only advantage really that the GoPro's got over the GO 2 is that you can plug external audio into the GoPro, which is a massive plus. Is that microphone too close to my mouth? Hopefully not. Bit of a low light test then, just in the studio. No lights on in here. Well, got a little light there, but that's up there, and then the natural light from the window. But bit of a low light test. This is the Insta360 GO 2, and this is the GoPro 10. This is the audio as well from the GO 2. I'm really impressed with the audio from the GO 2. How good it sounds, considering there's no notable sort of microphone ports on it or stereo ports or anything like that. The GoPro 10 is obviously really good. The audio is really good on this, but I just really think it's so comparable compared to the GoPro 10. Price wise, they're similar actually. The GoPro is $379 in the UK, and the Insta360 GO 2 is about $314. You can get some deals for about $280. Check out the link below if you want to go and grab either one of these cameras. There will be a special link down there. Insta360 have agreed to give you, my subscribers, like a free gift, a free accessory if you purchase through the link down below. That really helps this channel as well. So check that out if you want to grab one of these. I really do fully recommend the Insta360 GO 2. What does it look like from this footage? Let me know. Okay, other notable mentions about both of these cameras. Both got replaceable lens guards. They screw on the GO 2, and you can replace them on the GoPro. You can of course then add ND filters on both of these, which is good for getting a bit more cinematic footage. You can do that if you want to. You can get a lot of mounting options. Not quite as versatile. You can't really put it anywhere compared to the GO 2 in my opinion. The GO 2, you can be a little bit more creative with where you stick this camera. It's of course magnetic on the back of the GO 2 as well, so it attaches to all sorts of metal objects, and so that again gives you a little bit more creativity with this camera. Overall, I love both, but if I was going to recommend one to one of you, to my subscribers, to family and friends, I think it'd be the GO 2. That's enough test footage. I was trying to make a list. Now, this is a list of stuff that I like about the GoPro and I like about the GO 2. And the list is a lot longer on the GO 2. And I think that's what it boils down to with these two cameras. The things that I really like on the GO 2, the size, obviously it's very small. In the case, it's still smaller. It's very light compared to the GoPro 10. Mounting options, there's just numerous ways to mount this. Of course, this being magnetic on the back as well, you can just stick it anywhere if you want to, and it sticks there. The GoPro, you've got the mounting options, you've got plenty, but it takes a little bit of time to faff about. On the bottom of the GoPro, there's no 1/4 inch thread. I know you can get accessories, third-party ones, that adds a 1/4 inch thread. On the GO 2 you have, and you can just mount it straight to a tripod. That's another plus for me when it comes to being a little bit quicker with making videos and being creative and that kind of thing. The app that Insta360 have got is just brilliant. It's still a little bit slow when it comes to processing the footage, but there's so many creative options you've got doing different things with this, and it gives you tutorials. Really does make exporting the footage and getting it onto your phone or putting it on social media a lot quicker. The app is brilliant. The battery life is pretty good on the GO 2. When you take it out of the charging case, you get about half an hour of recording, maybe a little bit less, but then when you've got it in here, you get about 160 minutes worth of recording footage. The GoPro batteries are notoriously a little bit sus sometimes. You can drain them down. They've of course got that new feature in the GoPro 10 where it's got that smart battery. Stabilization, as you can tell on both cameras, is phenomenal. Walking and talking, moving about, running around the garden is just brilliant. The Hypersmooth is great. We know about Hypersmooth, but the flow state stabilization is just as good these days. So if stabilization was your main reason for buying either of these cameras, you can't really tell that apart because both have brilliant stabilization. Storage might be an issue for you, and if it is, then you've got about 64 gigabytes on the GO 2, 32 gigabytes on a lower version. This is only 32 gigabytes, and I've found that it was pretty much plenty for what I was recording on a daily basis. I've recorded this whole video. There are a few things though that the GoPro have got that's obvious. The big screen on the back is very handy. We've got a front screen as well, so you've got dual screens on this. There's of course no screens on that. When it comes to screens on an action camera, not always essential, but sometimes nice. You're in wide angle and you're generally in frame a lot of the time anyway, especially in vlogging, so it can come in handy at times. You can of course plug an external audio source into that, but then you need accessories, you need an adapter, you need to buy other things. So the audio on this, as you've heard, is really exceptional considering the size of this thing and how big it is, and the fact there's no actual visible microphone ports. So the list stacks up for me when it comes to which camera to choose and which one to recommend. I've got both, I'm lucky, but if you're after one, it really just depends on what you're using it for. For most people out there, for the average Joe, then I'd really fully recommend the Insta360 GO 2. That's it for this video. I hope it helped you make some kind of decision when it comes to choosing over these cameras. Of course, they're both brilliant cameras. You can't go wrong with both of them, but that is just what I'd recommend, and that's my opinion. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. But until next time though, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate all of you, and see you on the next one. Bye.